that website, was that a Wikipedia page?
No, that was Spotify.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Music.
Spotify Music. And then what did you see next?
There was a song off of that search in Spotify.
Was that That's How I Got to Memphis song?
Yes.
And was that at 9:44 and 18 seconds a.m.?
Yes.
Then what happened next?
There was a Google search for Tom Hall.
And was that at 9:44 and 30 seconds a.m.?
Yes.
And what did you learn from that Google search?
Off of that Google search, there was the Wikipedia page for Tom Hall was visited.
And were you able to use the Wayback website to see what that Tom Hall page on Wikipedia looked like around the time of August 23rd, 2022?
I did.
Is this a copy of that Wikipedia page from the Wayback Machine?
Yes.
You can have this marked as the next exhibit.
No objection.
All right.
I have no objection to any of the documents.
This is Tom T. Hall.
Tom Hall, yes.
All right, that may be. Thank you.
Could you see what happened next once the Wikipedia page for Tom Hall was visited?
So I saw there was an anchor on the URL to the death section.
What happened in an anchor to the death section?
So an anchor would be put at the end of a URL, so a web address. So what an anchor does, it's a £sign followed by a section of that page. So if you think of it as, say you go on your banking website and it lists like a table of contents and it has login, mortgages, rates. If you click on, let's say, rates, it's going to jump all the way down to that page, just to that section. So it's a table of contents that's going to direct you directly to a certain section of the web page.
And so on the Wikipedia, someone clicked on death and it brought them down to that portion?
Correct.
And in the death section, could you tell what happened once the person was in that area of the web page?
Yes.
What happened there?
So in the description that described, the Wikipedia page described of Tom Hall's death, there was some wording regarding a shooting related to his ultimate suicide. Go ahead.
Showing you what's been marked as 232. This portion here under death where it's self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head is underlined. Is that the portion you're referring to?
Yes, correct.
And that portion there with the underlining, is that what you were describing earlier as a hyperlink that you can click and it takes you somewhere else?
Yeah, so inside that phrasing, there's actually a URL behind that with an anchor as well.
Now, something like that type of hyperlink, can you hover over that with the arrow that the mouse directs, hover over that and automatically be taken to that site? Or do you actually have to click on that link?
No, you'd have to click on that phrase with the link behind it.
And so, based on your examination of the Surface Pro in that area, was the hyperlink clicked on?
Yes.
And where did the hyperlink bring the person?
We now got to the original artifact I had located, which was the Wikipedia suicide method, but it directed it directly to the shooting section of that page.
Could you tell how long the person spent on that page, the suicide methods page, or how long it was accessed?
No.
Could you tell what time it was accessed?
Yes.
What time was that?
I don't recall the specific time.
Want to look at your report?
At 9:45 a.m.
So 9:45 a.m. The suicide methods page was accessed. Is that
Correct.
And did you use the Wayback Machine to see what it would look like on August 23rd, 2023?
I did.
Is this a copy of what you produced?
Yes.
You can have this marked as the next exhibit.
That may be admitted. Thank you.
And what could you see happening when from that page?
I observed after that another Wikipedia page that went to the Grafton Bridge.
And was that from a hyperlink within the suicide methods page?
Yes.
Showing you page 8 of exhibit 233. So within this jumping section is where there was the hyperlink to that bridge.
Correct.
Here,
Yes.
Grafton Bridge. So again, the person had to click on that hyperlink to access Grafton Bridge.
Yes, that'd be correct.
9:45 a.m. What time was the Grafton Bridge webpage accessed?
That was shortly after that,
Do you want to look at your report?
at 9:48.
9:48?
Correct.
And so approximately 3 minutes after first accessing the suicide methods page, the hyperlink for the Grafton Bridge is clicked.
Correct.
Was there any other activity besides going to the suicide methods page and then the Grafton Bridge page? Any other activity that you saw within those 3 minutes?
I do not know.
And so did you do the Wayback Machine again for the Grafton Bridge?
I did.
This is a fair and accurate copy of that page.
Yes.
We can have this marked as Exhibit 234, please.
That may be admitted.
Exhibit 234. You're not able to tell who's actually at the computer doing all of this, correct?
No.
You can only see what data there is and what's been accessed, correct?
Correct.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Reddington.
That's it? That's your testimony? That's why you're here today, to talk about a search that was involving Tom Hall, or Tim Hall?
Sustained, if you could.
So I apologize. Your testimony today is based on that search on August 23rd, right?
Correct.
Of 22, right? And you were working as a state police officer back then, right?
Yes, sir.
And were you attached to the Plymouth County DA's office, or were you working somewhere else?
I was assigned to the cybercrime unit.
And the cybercrime unit works with the DA's office in Plymouth?
The cybercrime unit's its own independent statewide unit.
So, in the sense that you're independent, it's still the district attorney and his assistant DAs that would reach out to the cybercrime unit and ask for help, right?
Or it could be the troopers assigned to the state police detective unit.
Joshua McElligott. He was the lead investigator on this case, right?
I assume so.
Okay. So you were tasked to analyze the computer, the Surface Pro computer, right?
Yes, correct.
And by all accounts, that was owned by Pat Clancy. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And it was located in his office, right?
I don't know where it was located.
Okay. It's fair to say that when you analyzed the computer back in September, October of 2025, it was an investigatory role that you were using to locate potential evidence, right?
Correct.
And what is it you were looking for?
I was provided a search warrant with search terms, and that's as far as I knew of the case.
And what were the search terms?
I don't recall specifically, but they were spelled out in the search warrant.
So when you have search terms, you take a person's computer, and then what do? You access it through a device?
So I was provided the images. I never saw the physical computer.
So when you got the images, you were able to load them up onto your computer, I imagine?
Yes, we'll use a tool to help parse through that data. Correct.
And then as a result of that, you were able to plug in words that you could search for, right?
Yes.
For example, like suicide?
Suicide would be one.
Drugs?
I mean, I don't think that pertained in this case, but you could search.
It did.
I don't recall the specific terms in the search warrant.
Okay. So after you did your search for whatever it is that you were looking for, suicide and other, you're unable to tell us what else you look for, but in any event, you came across this entry on August 23rd, and you indicated that the time frame that you're dealing with on that computer, the Surface Pro computer, was 9:40 in the morning. Is that right?
Can you rephrase that?
Yeah. You can look at your report too. I mean, if you have documents in front of you, do you have?
I do.
All right, so you can take a look at it. You have a document that's captioned matching results. Is that right?
I do not have that in front of me, but yes.
And would that be the search that you conducted?
Is that the magnet tool report?
I don't know what it is. And I got research like I don't see, so it's just, what is that?
This is the main page of the forensic tool.
Okay. And looking at the main page of the forensic tool, does it indicate the date is August 23rd?
That's an inbox. This also doesn't. Which? Can we talk about this highlight here?
Yeah. What does that indicate?
That's an inbox. That's not that.
All right. So what time?
Cooper, could you keep your voice up or make sure you speak to that microphone?
So that highlight is a bail inbox.
Okay. And that would be the HTTPS. And then underneath that, it makes reference to at some point that you were able to see that Lindsay or Linz Facebook account was accessed. And it wasn't even the account, it was actually the homepage, right?
Correct. It navigated to the Facebook